Hi, my name is Carl Washington, and you're watching Reverence Docs. I grew up in Los Angeles, California, and my family is from the northern part of Louisiana. My mom is from Baskin, Louisiana, and my dad is from Crowville, Louisiana. My singing background comes from Baptist, and I have like a southern flair to my style of singing, and gospel has been embedded in me from childhood. Well, I started singing a cappella when I was very young, and when I got in high school, I got into a variety of street corner symphonies, if you will. We sang a cappella on street corners back in the day when I was growing up, and from there, when I got in high school, we were always performing in various talent shows and things of that nature. And from the age of 10, I've always sang the high part, so it was kind of natural for me when I was 16, 17, 18 years old to continue to do that. And I've always been pulled into groups because they didn't have the soprano part, so it was good for me. Well, singing a cappella, it's not just for trend. Singing a cappella is a way of life for me. So, and that comes from just being exposed to it, and also just being in the church, and where we sing a cappella in worship, and so a cappella is a way of life, and it's a calling for me. Well, the greatest experience I've had was singing in front of 5,000 people at the Shrine Auditorium. That's where Infusion won the 1995 McDonald's Gospel Fest. But over and above that, I sing in worship every Sunday. So our songs edify those who are in the audience, and they're encouraging to people. So that's why I sing, to encourage people wherever I sing at. Infusion was formed in the church, and that church was North Pasadena Church of Christ. And in the beginning, I wasn't in Infusion. They started, and I had just was a new member in North Pasadena, and so they wanted to form all male group, and it was the men's group of North Pasadena in the beginning. And then a couple of months went by, and they lost a member, and so I was a new member at the church, and they asked me to be in the group, and I sang with them for a long time. We sang with them for over 20 years, and it was good. I sang with the boys when they were boys until they were men, and we went a lot of places, and we touched a lot of lives along the way. We were kind of a contemporary a cappella group, and we didn't conform to the norm. We sang a lot of songs that were traditional, but we would just put like a contemporary twist on it. Even in some instances, add rap to it just to give it a little more substance, and make it a little more engaging. And so that went over very well, and still goes over very well now. Well, a cappella singing back in the day, man, it seemed like more people were doing it, as opposed to now. Everybody now, that's usually a marker of whether you can sing or not if you don't need musical accommodation. But for the most part, it's just like I don't know if there's some type of shift. But I just remember Keith Lancaster coming out here. Did you go to Normandy when he mentioned about how in the church a cappella singing, he says they're predicting, the experts, they're predicting that a cappella singing is going to go away in the worship. So I just sum it up like that. The way I feel, as long as I've been doing it, I feel like there were more people singing. There were more a cappella groups out then than there are now. Now you mentioned Take Six. It's funny to mention Take Six because everybody should know who Take Six is, right? But there are some people that don't, and they're supposed to. As a matter of fact, when we leave here, I'm gonna go down here and see if I can get a ticket because they're supposed to be here at the Rose in July. If I can get, them tickets, as long as if they $100-something, then I don't want to see them that bad. So anyway, I'll just sum it up like that. I think that my a cappella singing had more an impact then than it does now, just because people are their attention is just on the hip hop and the rap, and there ain't much we can do about that because that influences our kids. So that's what's influencing our kids. That's another element Infusion tried to implement, with the rap, because we had dynamic across the board, from young to me. I was the oldest guy in the group, so, and still I'm the oldest guy in the group. It's all good. I'm still here. The future is the future of the church. It should always be there. It should never be removed. Like I said, it's not. We don't sing a cappella because it's trendy. We sing a cappella because it's a way of life, and it's a path, and it's an encouragement for people to know that our voices are instruments, and we don't need instrumental accommodation. Just being able to have your gift of voice to share with anybody is a huge thing, and I'm encouraging everybody that has the gift to sing a cappella and to sing for the right reason. My old project was it was pretty amazing. I worked with Kelvin, and I worked with Eric, and we had some long hours in the studio. I gave Kelvin my concept, which I'm 70s all day long, the Delphonics and Blue Magic, and my number one group was Stylistics. I mimicked Russell Tompkins Jr., who was the lead singer for the Stylistics, and also my hero still, Philip Bailey from the Earth, Wind and Fire, who's he's showing me that I can do it. I can do it until I leave here, because he's going to be 67, and they're going to be they're at the Venetian next week and the week after, and he's going to be 67, and he can't hit the note like he used to, but he can still hit it. So he's holding his own. Them guys are still going, and so those my influences from the 70s and all those groups, man. Bloodstone and the Moments and the Notations. Don't get me started. Because other names of groups, you be like, who? All of them do. Everybody that had a falsetto singer in their group, I was listening to them, and then little fast forward a little bit is Enchantment. Gloria. That guy, he could Emmanuel Johnson. They call him EJ. His name is Emmanuel Johnson. He could sing some high notes too. I think it was always challenging for me. I think I can get hired in all of them. Okay. And I was just a little younger, and the stylist, I could have been in the group. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could just pull me in. When he get tired, what you want me to do. But